What's up guys, Everything Apple Pro here, and today with the upcoming release of the iPhone 6s, I thought I'd make another case video. So I'm going to be comparing the top 12 iPhone 6s cases to give you a good idea of which case you'd want to buy before the 6s comes out, or maybe you have an iPhone 6. They're actually pretty much the same phone. The iPhone 6s did get a little bit wider, taller, and thicker, although it will fit 95% of most of your old cases from the iPhone 6. So here I've got some other big players in the case game. I've had a lot of recommendations for Tech 21 and actually Survivor by Griffin. There's a lot of good cases in here. Basically, I want to see, can your iPhone 6s or iPhone 6 survive in any of these cases from a 50-foot fall? So I've got this tower here at my disposal. Once again, we're going to be testing the next 12 cases for your iPhone 6s or iPhone 6. All right, so this is case number 1. This is the Tech 21. I don't really see this thing being so durable. It's so flimsy. I don't know. Why do people rave about this case? Let's find out. It's a good fit. I mean, it's a very slim case, but can it withstand a 50-foot drop? Let's find out. All right, here we go. Tech 21 Impactology in 3, 2, 1. 1. All right, so I can see so much carnage here. This is the Tech 21, although the screen didn't shatter, and the assembly, oh my gosh, look at that. Now the 6S will do better. This is the iPhone 6. I mean, it's a lot softer of an alloy used, but the 6S will do better. However, with the iPhone 6, it still did okay. And I now have an iTunes logo. Oh my gosh, guys, look at that. Completely demolished, so I can't put the display back in, but it did not crack. At least it's still usable. It just won't be able to ever listen to music on your phone again. So I guess you could say it sort of survived. I mean, just judging by how thin this cover is, I'm very surprised. On to the next. All right, so this is the Urban Armor Gear Folio. This is a very tough version of their other lighter case I tried out, and wow, feels very premium. So it's got a cover on the outside too to protect the glass. Cool. I actually really like this case. Feels really nice, very well made. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop this guy. All right, so 3, 2, 1. 1. Wow, so that was quite an impact. Oh, yeah. So the actual screen protector I placed on the outside of it didn't break, but look at that bend. So much bend. Phone isn't working. This screen protector, my goodness, look at the amount of impact it withstood. Case is really soft, so I could see why it wouldn't be so good. This one is definitely a no-go. All right, so this is a Lunatic biggest selling cases on eBay, Amazon, period. It's, you know, really tough metal. In order to install this thing, you actually have to bolt it on. There's an absorbent inside to absorb all the shock. This is probably the thickest case I'm going to be using here besides the Griffin Survivor. And oh boy, does it take some preparation. But hopefully this will be worth it. Dropping in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Oh my gosh. I guess that's what you get when you have a metal phone. So look at that. Look at that impact. However, phone is working. This phone will live another day. Let's just see if it bent inside, because I'm seeing a little bit of a banana. I tell you, this is a pain to take off and on. Okay. So that impact, man. My bad. iPhone is pristine. So you'll get a working iPhone after a 50-foot fall in this Lunatic Tactic case. Here is the ESR Defenders. This is actually probably one of the best looking cases I've seen that's very tough also. Okay, so it's got some backbone to it. Phone pops in just like this. It's very stylish. I gotta give him that. It looks beautiful. The gold matches on point with the color of the phone. So let's go drop it. In 3, 2, 1. In 3, 2, 1. All right, so, man, it is a beautiful case. I'm a little scared. Oh, no way. No bends and a perfectly working phone. Wow, I'm actually really impressed. So there's actually a lot of technology in this case. They have some metal bands in here. ESR, look great while protecting your phone from 50-foot drops. So here's the one you guys have been asking me to do, the Griffin Survivor. Apparently this thing is a legend, and I'm here to try it out, see if it qualifies as a legend by my standards. Yeah, I gotta tell you, first thing is this thing looks like a toy. It does not look professional. Doesn't look very nice. I would definitely not use this as a case out of pure looks, but let's see if the functionality makes up for it. Nice. Let's try it out. 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Well, that's a lousy way to protect your phone. Use the eject function. So the phone survived, but this thing popped open while dropping. That's a pretty bad way to protect your phone. It is a little bent too, so as you can see, the shock went throughout the phone. Display assembly came out a little bit. But let me go ahead and grab another one and let's keep going. So we've got Oblique. This is actually a really high rated case. A lot of people are raving about this thing. Apparently it's really good. So it feels very sound, very solid. Let's pop this guy in. Not as good as the other gold one, but it does look good in its own way. It's very sharp. Okay, let's see how this performs on a 50-foot drop. All right, so this is the Oblique. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Wow, so yeah, that didn't take much, did it? I mean, the display still kind of works, I guess you could say. The entire assembly is coming out, but the phone didn't bend, so I guess that's a good point. So I don't know what happened with this one, but didn't do anywhere near as well as the others. All right, so here's the Destech Wing. Very futuristic looking case. Looks like it has a couple layers to it. What was that? I guess this speaks miles for the case already. The sticky parts just came off of here. Nice. Anyways, so in goes the phone. Let's see if the future can withstand a 50-foot drop. I mean, this thing has wings on it, right? It could fly. 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. Oh, shit. Yeah, so this case went everywhere. Wings broke off. Look at that bend, guys. This case didn't do very well. It's in shambles, but the phone, you'll just have a slightly bent phone. Otherwise, it's still good. And on to the next phone. All right, so here is the body glove. Nice packaging. This case feels very flimsy. It's too rubbery, I think, for my phone. I don't know. Had good reviews. Let's check it out. Body glove for iPhone 6s and 6. All right, good. So, body glove, wow. Actually, when it was falling, I thought I saw the screen crack, but no. Holy crap, that's actually very impressive, the body glove. Screen is good, working. So wow, body glove really did impress me. All right, so here we got the Tranium. It's actually a battery case, but they actually market it for its durability as well. I wanted to put that to the test. This is my first time ever testing a drop test with a battery case. It'll charge my phone on the way down to its destruction. So I don't know about this one. I feel like it's gonna catch fire and kill anyone around it because of the lithium battery inside. And this material doesn't handle shock very well. I could definitely see the phone getting bent with this tough plastic. Oh, it came fully charged. Cool. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, 1. Oh my gosh. So, like I predicted, this might be a little dangerous. Let me grab the other side. Oh my gosh, no way. So I'll get to that in a sec, but check this out. It actually exposed the lithium battery. This thing is not going to be the same structurally anymore. Look at that. Oh, nice. Look at that impact. Nice. I love the pattern. Nice new wallpaper. How to get a new wallpaper? Just drop your phone from 50 feet. Phone doesn't register that it's being charged, but I guess the case is working, so definitely a fail right here. All right, so here we got the Rue case. Doesn't scream quality to me, actually. Feels like very cheap plastic. Let's see if it does its job well. 2, 1. Wow, so the display actually didn't break on this one. Oh, look at that crumple in the metal, and wow. Yep. Forget about ever listening to the new Apple Music or radio station. Display survived, however, I don't think I'll consider that a survivor right there. All right, so here we got the Max Boost Slim case, supposedly very rugged as well. This one actually feels really good. Now, I kind of get a feel for these cases just by the quality of the materials. Pop this guy in and hope for the best. It's very thin, very, very thin. So hopefully it does okay. One. Wow, holy crap. The phone, except for a little bend, is otherwise flawless, still works. So the case fell apart from a whole bunch of scuffs right there. The phone is whole. You know, it's actually even better. I see it better this way. It contours to your hand. So, you know, the bend isn't always a bad thing. Anyways, on to the last case. So this is DAS-wise. It's kind of flimsy, to be honest. If this lands any way but on its side, it's definitely not gonna fare very well. But there must be a reason these sell so well. One. Holy crap, this thing fell on its face. Phone is severely bent, but other than that, I mean, the screen survived a face down impact at 50 feet. All right, so guys, I have one last case for you. It's a bonus. This is one we're all familiar with. It's Apple's official leather case for the iPhone 6s. And, you know, design-wise, it's nearly identical. It's just a little bit thicker to accommodate for the 6s thickness. But we're gonna go ahead and pop this guy in here. You know, it's a very premium case. For $50, it damn well better be. 3, 2, 1. Traveled quite a bit. Oh my gosh. Okay, out of all of the cases we tested so far, this probably looks the worst. Not only did the phone bend, the entire chunk came off. Look at that. Definitely the worst performing case out of all of them. If you want to use the official Apple iPhone 6s case or 6, it's just for looks. I mean, I wouldn't drop this thing anything above 1 foot off the ground, maybe a few, but that's terrible. Absolutely terrible. All right, so these are the cases you should not trust. And most of these, you know, these are big brands, UAG, Tech 21, Rucase. A lot of these phones either bent or had their displays completely shattered and destroyed. So, you know, over here, these displays for the most part survived, actually. All of them did. It's just the shell corrupted. And look at that. You can't play music on them anymore. Over here, you know, this whole assembly is coming out completely crushed. So these are the cases you should not trust your phone to if you anticipate a 50-foot fall. And of course, these things scale. If a phone can handle a 50-foot fall, it can easily handle 10 feet, 15 feet. And most of us won't be dropping our phones from that high, but it's good to know your case can withstand them. All right, and these are the cases you will be able to easily trust your phones to. And these include Lunatic Tactic, Body Glove, Max Boost, DAS-wise, bumper case, ESP. This is probably my personal favorite out of all of these. Not only is this thing super tough, but it looks great too. My favorite looking case. And the Griffin Survivor, probably the ugliest one. It performed poorly, but it did survive. So these are the cases you're gonna wanna use if you guys see huge drops in your future. So thanks for watching, guys. I really enjoyed this test. This is actually part 2. Be sure to check out part 1 as I destroy 12 other popular name brand phone cases. And all of these, of course, will fit the 6S and the iPhone 6s. So buy with confidence. These are the cases you're gonna want on your device. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Protect your phones. And yes, the 6S does work with the glass tempered screen protectors. If you guys want to get the link for the ones I used in this video, I'll have them down below in the description. And lastly, I wanted to mention, I'm not being sponsored by any of these cases. This is by my own money, my own will, that I wanted to test it out to give you guys the best result about which case you want to trust. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy your iPhones. Protect them. Peace.